Alrighty, it is the Gravekeepers. Time for their action. They are going up against the Paradox Brothers, which you think should be a relatively easy match for the Gravekeepers, but you never know. They did drop a leg to Tristan, after all, which was a very big surprise. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. The Paradox Brothers are the first to go. And we are underway in the Gravekeepers. Okay, Necro Valley Throne, Skull Lair, Gravekeepers Guard, Foolish Burial, and Gravekeepers Curse. It's not a great starting hand, but there's Gravekeepers Oracle. Would probably be good enough, mind you. Alright, great. Necro Valley's Throne is activated. I keep almost saying Gravekeepers Throne. Alright, select cards to add from your deck to your hand. And what would the Gravekeepers like to go with as they cycle through their monsters? There's a few options that are good choices here. Gravekeepers Priestess is one of them. Another one is Gravekeepers Commandant as well. Anything to get Necro Valley out. And it looks like that's what the Gravekeepers are going for. Gravekeepers Commandant sent to the graveyard, and Necro Valley is drawn. Alright, down goes Necro Valley, the beautiful little desert outstretching over the canyon with the sun setting in the background, as Gravekeeper's Guard is going to protect the Necro Valley Throne. He's at 1900 defense, he'll be at 2400 defense. And he's got a good flip effect as well. Return a monster from the field to the hand. There's Guardian of the Throne Room. So the Paradox Brothers try to use their machine to bust through the entranceway to Necro Valley. The Gravekeeper's Guard stops him and sends him back to the hand. You may not enter. At 2400 defense as well. Gravekeepers, they do have Gravekeepers Oracle available. They've also got Gravekeepers Curse, which isn't really that strong, mind you, but... Okay, Gravekeepers Oracle is coming to the field. Activates the effect of Gravekeepers Oracle. And selects the effect of the star added to points. So Gravekeepers Oracle is going to be at 2900. Did they have the option? It said use destroy all set monsters. I know it does have that effect. I'm not sure with Gravekeeper's Oracle if you need to sacrifice 2 monsters to use the destroy all set cards. Someone in the comments might know. Like for Gravekeeper's Oracle, do you need to tribute 2 monsters to use the destroy set face down cards? It's just that whenever the player's on the card and they're moving the effect, I just missed it. And now I can't see under the effect. You can activate any of these effects and resolve in. I think that's how it might work. The more monsters you tribute, the more of those effects you can use. Anyway, I don't think it's going to matter. The Paradox Brothers are staring down a 2000 and a 2900 attack. They've gone with Monster Reborn, which I don't think will even work because Necro Valley's on the field, and and look at that. Magic Jammer is activated just, I guess, just to throw more insult into the works. I'm pretty sure Monster Reborn doesn't work if Necro Valley's on the field anyway. Alright, the Paradox Brothers now just threw down a defense, and Gravekeeper's Spear Soldier, another very good card, inflicts piercing damage, and with Necro Valley on the field at 2000 attack at only 4 stars, why wouldn't you say no to it? Barrel Rock loses 700 points. And this is it for Tristan. He's got no more monsters on the field. Gravekeepers didn't even need to try for this one. 2900, and Tristan will lose the first match. Sorry, not Tristan. Paradox Brothers. Sorry, I'm getting them mixed up. They don't have an avatar, so neither Tristan or the Paradox Brothers were opponents in this game. Which really does put into light, like Tristan is like, okay, so Tristan to Yu-Gi-Oh is what Yamcha is to Dragon Ball Z. Like, he's just so useless. Oh, I would say later Dragon Ball Z. Yamcha played a little bit more of a role in the early stages of Dragon Ball Z, but towards the end, he just was just a background filler. Alright, Gravekeeper's Spiritualist summon in defense. So, it's not a fantastic opening hand for the Gravekeepers, but... Alright, there's Wasteland. It's not quite Necro Valley. Maybe Necro Valley is a... It's like you've gone looking for Necro Valley, but you've got lost, and now you're just in the Wasteland, and you can't quite find where the Necro Valley Temple is. Alright, Guardian of the Throne Room was played, and this time it does smash through the... maybe this time it does smash through the entryway. There's Magic Jammer. Nothing for the Gravekeepers to really counter with here. Down goes Skull Air as well. So the Gravekeepers do have Rite of Spirit. They've just flipped up Skull Air. They'll need 4 monsters in the graveyard though to get rid of Guardian of the Throne Room, if that's going to be the option here. And no, Guardian of the Throne Room is tributed, and oh, it's Shadow Ghoul. He's at 1900. He is a zombie, so he gets the effect boost from Wasteland. And to the battle phase, Gravekeeper's Vassal is destroyed. So Shadow Ghoul is a 5-star, so can afford to destroy a few more monsters. The Gravekeepers don't have a lot. There's Gravekeeper's Heretic. It's only an 1800. Alright, Gravekeeper's Watcher is summoned to the field. So the Gravekeepers may just be looking to try to get a few monsters destroyed. There's Jirai Gumo has now come to the field. And Gravekeeper's Watcher is now in the firing line of the Shadow Ghoul. So if the Paradox Brothers get the coin toss right, they'll be able to keep half their life points. And Rite of Spirit is still there. The Gravekeepers choose to hold it though. Maybe looking for that Skull Air effect. And, oh, Paradox Brothers get the coin toss right. The Gravekeepers lose 2200. They're in a little bit of trouble here. I'll say, Gravekeeper's Descendant. You can tribute one other Gravekeeper, face-up Gravekeeper monster to destroy. Could play that with Rite of Spirit. But looking to get Gravekeeper's Heretic destroyed and then may be able to activate Skull Air to destroy at least Jirai Gumo. And oh, remove trap. The Gravekeeper's strategy may have just been blown out the water there. And now Versago the Destroyer is on the field. Well, this is going from bad to worse for the Gravekeepers. Gravekeeper's Heretic is now destroyed. And Jirai Gumo in for the attack. Gravekeeper's... Alright, Rite of Spirit has just been flipped up. I guess in an effort to protect life points. Could have used it with Gravekeeper's... that one in the hand. I'm forgetting what its name is and the text is too small now. But it's... Oh... and an incorrect coin toss. It's like the Gravekeepers are just waiting to draw that ace card to get them back into it, but it's not coming. But Jirai Gumo still goes in for the attack here. And Versago the Destroyer in for the attack. It's looking very, very dicey for the Gravekeepers right now. Turn change. Oh my word. Grave Robber's Retribution. Again, that is a card that does not help. Gravekeeper's Descendant was a card. It could have used Rite of Spirit to destroy one of them, but it wouldn't have mattered. It's still weaker. It still would have been destroyed itself anyway, and its effect wouldn't have worked with... It wouldn't have worked with that... the name of it's just escaped me. We send the monsters from the graveyard to be released, because then you got to take a monster out the graveyard. As Ryoku has just been activated, the Gravekeepers activate Magic Jammer to protect the attack points of their only monster on the field. Skull Lair. I had Spirit in my mind. It's Skull Lair. So Skull Lair wouldn't have worked anyway, because Gravekeepers or Rite of Spirit would have taken a monster out of the graveyard if Gravekeeper's Descendant was trying to use that effect. The Gravekeepers are down to 500 life points. Mind you, the Paradox Brothers are at 1800 themselves, but that's been mostly self-inflicted. The Gravekeeper's Cannon Holder has just come to the field and it can't do anything. The Gravekeepers, unbelievably, they are going to drop a leg to the Paradox Brothers. It's going to be 1-1 after this. Can't use Gravekeeper's Cannon Holder to inflict the 700 points of damage. The Paradox Brothers are going to pick up a win against the Gravekeepers. That is absolutely outstanding. Double tribute now. Oh, and that's a game-changer card as well, Sanger of the Thunder, because that can stop enemy attacks as well. Well, would you look at that? The Gravekeepers have dropped a leg. They were at 1-1, and I did not think that the Paradox Brothers would be able to get a win here either. Maybe we have some competition in the later stages of the Duelist Kingdom opponents. Alright, Paradox Brothers win the rock, paper, scissors and elect to go first. Very interesting. Do we see one of the biggest upsets? Can the Paradox Brothers get 2 wins against the Gravekeepers? Who, on this turn, or at the start of this match, I should say, have drawn a much better hand than what they did for Game 2. So the Paradox Brothers just went with the face-down defense. There's Necro Valley. Gravekeeper's Headman was destroyed as well. That is also a very good card. Gravekeeper's Spear Soldier. Now that's going to do piercing damage. And at 2000 attack, with the effect of Necro Valley, 600 life points off, and the Paradox Brothers, they're staring down a very good starting hand. Gravekeeper's Headman can get a card back from the graveyard as well if the Gravekeepers end up with one in there. Alright, another face-down defense for the Paradox Brothers. Defense monsters aren't safe right now, but Paradox Brothers might have no choice. There's Gravekeeper's Spy. That in itself is also a very good card. So face-down defense. And the thing that hides in the mud, 700 life points off of the Paradox Brothers, and they're in big, big trouble. Good cards in hand for the Gravekeepers in this one. And Paradox Brothers have thrown down Destroyer Golem in attack mode. I guess it's going to be safer in attack mode in terms of life points. They go in for the attack though. I guess they got to try something. Try to get anything going, but again, it's not going to work. It is the Gravekeeper's Spy. That's going to be able to pull a special summon from the deck. Spiritualist is an option. They can get the fusion monster out. And okay, they decide with Gravekeeper's Recruiter. It's always nice to see other Gravekeepers monsters get played. However, that is still a good effect. If this card you control is sent to the graveyard, add a Gravekeeper's monster with 1500 or less defense. And there's a few good ones that fit that criteria. Gravekeeper's Servant has just been played. And down goes Gravekeeper's Descendant. And... oh, this may be it. 17 and 17 is 34 plus 2,000 is, yes, okay, Paradox Brothers are done. It's a very, very quick match to finish off. The Gravekeepers have just made a statement here. We are not going to be defeated by the likes of the Paradox Brothers, but they did get that one-leg win. They do have that sort of, that little one up there on the Gravekeepers. Well, they pick it up 2-1. The Gravekeepers are victorious again in the best of 3. Well, the Gravekeepers are looking very, very strong. Their next opponents will be that of Taya, Bandit Keith, Kyber, Yugi, Joey, and Pegasus. So, some of the better duels coming up. Well, Gravekeepers win. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Wherever you are in the world, stay safe, take care, farewell.